men who could sing the song were Brian Adam, who had grown up and made it his business to know that song.
For singing and dancing and all sorts of fun, sure the boys from the Chapeau, they can't be outdone.
I very quickly recognized if someone younger didn't learn the songs, they'd be gone.
Brian Adam learned from Chapeau's elders, men who had toiled in the lumber camps and sang to keep spirits up. The songs were diaries, spun into a melody.
It was also important to remember that it was a story, and it had to be told, and it was told in song. Not only do we want to celebrate the singer, who may very well have passed on, but we want to celebrate the song and prevent it from dying.
And this has become essentially your main mission now.
Well, I'm looking at my children and my grandchildren and wondering who will be the guardian of this kind of music.
How important is it to you?
Vital. Once it has passed into history, and we'll have no idea what the story really was or how the music sounded.
And straightway to Pembroke our luggage did take, where we boarded the Empress and sailed up the lake.
Dearest madam, I'm a soldier boy, my speech is rough and plain.
Sheldon Posen left his hometown, Toronto, in the 70s, looking for original Canadian folk. His quest brought him to the Ottawa Valley and Chapeau, a tiny hamlet known as a party place.
The Ottawa Valley in the 1970s was a, I don't want to say a living museum. It was one of the last places in North America where the old time singing existed.
Singers swapped tunes anywhere and everywhere. The local hotel bars, someone's front porch, or around the kitchen table.
Somebody would say, "Give us a song," and they would start to sing right there to you.
Sheldon documented it all for his history PhD and a book. His hundreds of Chapeau field recordings are archived in the History Museum.
I've been hearing it as long as I can remember, this notion that Canada has a great crisis of culture. And I've always thought, well, it's there, but nobody really ever catches it.
Mike Houston, also known by his stage name Lonesome Lefty, collects old Ottawa Valley vinyl.
There's no attempt to imitate any American twang. Their accents sound like Ottawa Valley accents. Everything about it is distinctly Canadian. Even the cover art of all these Canadian film music, it really looked like this kind of postcard Canadiana, Mounties, Moose.
Even the names of some of the albums, too.
Yeah, Maple Leaf Hoedown, and all these kind of things where you said, okay, they were aware of what they were doing.
A lot of these records are no longer in print. They're artifacts of a bygone era. In this digital age, music that only exists on vinyl is at risk of extinction, and Mike's not going to let that happen. Mike is copying these old recordings to his computer, creating a digital archive so these songs can live on.
You do what you can to see that it's passed on, and then nobody can say that it wasn't there.
Here we go,
In Pembroke, the beat goes on. For nearly 40 summers, music has filled this town during Fiddle Week. A younger crowd comes to celebrate the music and dancing of their elders. It's a glimmer of hope that Ottawa Valley music might be in for a revival. But down the street, away from the formality of the arena, 1,000 RVs are camped out. People gather to play music all night. And it's the elders who are raising the roof.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from Pembroke Old Time Fiddle Contest on 16 by 9, 2014 edition. Here we go.
There was an expression, I'm not sure exactly where it came from, but there was an expression that said, "The song never dies, just the singer."